You love your sport, and so do we. Here at My Sport Live, we live to capture your favourite sporting events live, to be viewed anywhere around the world as it happens or on demand. There is absolutely no limit to your imagination, be it possibly basketball, football, or even cricket. Perhaps any other sport that you can think of. We aim to juggle any sport or event that you desire. From local competitions to multi-sport tournaments, we produce live action media on any viewing platform, customised to your event's budget or requirements. All we ask is you bring your own athletes.
And welcome back to Bowls Victoria's coverage of the 2016 Victorian Open, live from Shepparton Park Bowls Club. We'd like to thank all our sponsors at Bowls Victoria for their wonderful support of the game. And for this event, the Greater Shepparton City Council for their fantastic support. And to all our Bowls Victoria major sponsors, we thank you for your support, not just of this tournament, but of bowls throughout Victoria at the grassroots level. Good evening and welcome to Shepparton Park Bowls Club for the most anticipated match of the tournament so far. This is the men's singles final between Matthew Flapper, Commonwealth Games bronze medalist, former Australian international, man who's been there and done everything, against another former Australian international, Lee Schraner from Rosny Park in Tasmania. Lee, an outstanding bowler, and he has been in amazing touch during this tournament. Already a winner today. Lee and Brad Marin winning the men's pairs final and doing it in very convincing style indeed. Schraner particularly absolutely red hot. Comes up against Matt Flapper, a bowler who's been there, done that, done it all and has been in great form coming into this tournament. Joining me to co-commentate on a match we've both been looking forward to pretty much since we started the live stream is Daniel Nichols from 98.5 1FM Shepparton and Everything Bowls. Daniel, great to have you here.
Yes, as always, good evening, Guy. Good evening to all the people that are watching this game from all across the world. Matthew Flapper, Lee Schraner, men's singles finals. Now, Guy, this is the end of the roll-up. We wouldn't mind just giving away maybe one of our Aero Bowls giveaways just to start this game off. What do you reckon?
Absolutely. Well, we've got 3 sets of Aero Bowls to give away. And for those wanting to get involved, hashtag 2016 Vic Open to get away. We've decided one of the tweets is absolutely too good to hold back, so we're giving away 1 set of bowls before the game. We'll give the other 2 away during this match. So if you've got a tweet at Bowls Victoria, hashtag 2016 Vic Open to get involved. And we've decided 1 tweet, absolutely gun tweet from the previous game. Congratulations, Craig Timberlake, and we'll walk 500 miles. And we will be giving you a set of Aero Bowls worth $495. It's a great tweet. Nod to the Proclaimers song there.
Well, that's how easy it is, guys. You don't just
clever.
have to be quite so punny, but if you do decide, that's how it works. And he's just walked away with a $495 set of Aero Bowls.
So, Craig, we'll be in touch with you middle to late next week with how you can get a hold of your prize. Thanks for being part of our competition. And for those of you, we've got 2 more sets to give away. 2 more sets. So, tweet us your thoughts on the great match that we have coming up. Now, roll us over and we're in. We're away. Matt Flapper on the mat first.
This is going to be an exciting game of bowls. Both players in so much form. Now, we've already seen an in-form Kelly McCarahan. And it's fair to say that these boys right here could be delivering even better bowls than what she done.
For those who missed the telecast a little earlier, Kelly McCarahan beat Ann Miles in the women's singles final in our previous match. Throughout the day, we've had 6 of our 7 finals decided. This is the last one up for decision. The men's triples back this morning. Graham Guy, Luke Eddington and Nick McIntyre took that out. The women's triples, Ann Miles, Claire Sanders, Lorene Smith. Women's pairs, Lorene Smith and her daughter Roanna. In the men's pairs, Lee Schraner, the man coming up to the mat very shortly, and Brad Marin. In the mixed pairs, Michael Sims and Sharon Steele. And in the women's singles just decided, Canadian international Kelly McCarahan won with a drive for 3 on her last bowl, taking out her first Victorian Open title.
Now already it's the first end's got away. Matt Flapper's got off to a good start. Now this gentleman right here, we've already streamed one of his games, and he was just on fire. He's such a consistent bowler, and with so much knowledge in the sport, he knows exactly what to do with each bowl. Very wise lawn bowler. The official there, Doug McConaughey, who is local. Here he plays at East Shepparton Bowling Club, formerly from Dookie. Loves his umpiring. Now Lee Schraner, he's got the nice weight here. It's a good little setup. It's not far away. Unsure whether or not Flapper's holding 2. He's definitely holding one. It's just whether or not Schraner's last bowl's in the count. Schraner there. Matthew Flapper backhand. He's already had 2 good bowls in the backhand. Seems to be just running through a little bit. Schraner here will be playing his backhand. He wasn't too far off with his 3rd bowl. Oh, I'm wrong. Straight up the guts. Nice and early. Now, what Schraner was trying to do there, I reckon he was trying to make contact with his own bowl. His bowl would jar and Flapper's 2 bowls would come out. But 2 shots to Flapper. First end's underway.
Let's take a look at what both these men have done to get this far. In the biggest men's singles sectionals ever at the Victorian Open, we had a record amount of entries for this, and they've had a long road to get here. We take a look at Matthew Flapper. In the sectionals, he beat Ian Griffith of Terrigal 21-15. Beat Ian Bloor of Middle Park 21-9. Had a bye in the first knockout round. Beat Paul Tarrant from Croydon 21-5 in the second round. Shane Waddingham of Darebin City 21-9 in the last 64. Steve Harry of Wenty Leagues 21-15 in a very high standard match in the last 32. Then he went to a different stratosphere in the last 16 match where he came in here on this very rink and beat Jeff Franz of East Shepparton 21-7. It's a good thing the roof was off. He might have floated off and gone into orbit. He was in just a completely different planet with the bowls he was playing there. In the quarter-final, 21-11 win over Ian Brimblecombe of Wangaratta. And in the semi-final, which we televised yesterday, he beat the tournament surprise packet Lee McIlvenny of Lorne 21-13. So Flapper has been in great touch. He's been on this particular rink twice in the singles, and boy, he's loving it.
Yeah, he's in great form. But in saying that, Lee Schraner, this year's pairs winner, and he's in red-hot form as well. So this is what we should believe will be the best men's singles final that the Vic Open's gonna hold.
Well, Lee Schraner, the Tasmanian from Rosny Park in Tasmania, there he's got people cheering him on. Go the Schrainer-nator. I don't even know how I pronounce it. The Schrainer-rater?
Schrainer-nator.
Schrainer-nator.
Schrainer-rater.
That might take me some time. We'll try and get our heads around that one. But Lee's roadmap to get here has been terrific. Just let Matt Flapper take his shot and we'll run you through what Lee has done to get this far in the 2016 Victorian Open.
Yeah. Little touch of the jack would have been nice, but he's still holding 2.
Lee Schraner to get here in the sectionals. He beat Des Chatfield of Morty Alec 21-1. And they beat Lockie Ty, the noted coach from Melbourne, 21-10. Bye in the first round of the knockouts. In round 2 of the knockouts, beat John Snell of Lilydale 21-19. So he got pushed a bit there. Last 64, he beat Whittlesea bowler David Bolton 21-10. A good win over a local in David Dawes in the last 32. In the last 16, he took out another local, Paul Warren, from this very club, Shepparton Park, 21-1. He beat Rabbit. And then he got down to the quarter-final and took out the defending men's singles champion, and you always know you're going pretty well when you do that. Beat Nathan Wilson 19-18 in a match that timed out in the quarter-finals. And in the semi-finals yesterday, he beat another bowler, an extremely good touch, and also a winner here, Nick McIntyre, 21-15 in the semi-final. And Schraner produced bowls of an incredibly high quality in the men's pairs match, where he and partner Brad Marin really just dominated against Dane McKinnon and Liam Garlick-Adams of Altona. Fair to say that the Schraner nator is in fine touch. Now Flapper off to a flyer here.
Yeah, 4-0. Been pretty quiet these first two ends.
It's a really good crowd built up here. We're starting our final a little later tonight because of the live streaming. We've decided to televise both the women's singles and the men's singles finals. We're very glad we did, because the women's singles are a really high quality match. And it really would have been a shame if we couldn't have showcased both to the absolute maximum, and that's why the men's final a little bit later than normal. Instead of running them simultaneously, we're running them back to back. You know you've got a great tournament when you have two former Australian internationals meeting in your final and beating really high quality bowlers to get here.
Yeah, this tournament is absolutely great, Guy. When you look at all the elite players that have got knocked out in first round, second round knockouts, even sectional play, it's so good to watch all these elite players play each other off. And of course, even the grassroots bowlers giving them real good challenges. And as you can see, sometimes even the grassroots bowlers have knocked them off, even in the triples. Lee Schraner said in his post-game interview, he said that was the game that he actually thought would go the furthest, and he got knocked out in the section.
It's a triumph for grassroots bowlers here. Probably was in the semi-final. The player who got an opportunity to play Matt Flapper and Lee McElvenny from Lorne. Now, Lee is a bowler that we hadn't seen here before. Acquitted himself fantastically and did very well against Flapper too. It's just that Flapper had to really raise to a high standard to shake him off in the end.
This is the first time Schreiner's had the shot. Flapper needs to get around his own. He has. Just got to drop. It will.
It's just what he needed then, wasn't it?
So the umpire's saying it's very close. Up and down. Don't know if he's got the legs here. Gee, it keeps on running. Well, if that front one was up and down for shot, then that second one clearly isn't in the count. But very good try. He just needed to, of course, make contact. And he's come up as well. He would have probably had two. Now, Flapper could have a shot on here. Don't know if it's worth the risk taking the bowls out for 3, because Schraner still has one left. But Flapper has a great upshot, a great drive. But he could still be holding shot. So backhand. No, don't think any damage has been done.
It's really hard to tell from this angle.
Well, what I do know is now, any contact with Schreiner's bowl, it'll just be a roll automatically. It's just the way it's sitting. Make contact with it and that bowl's going to roll over. and it should definitely be shot. I think Schraner should be playing the forehand, making contact with his own and sliding in for another shot with the bowl that he's delivering. He's going back. So he's chucked it out. I think he was maybe trying to draw around that. I'm not sure, but so one shot to Flapper.
And Matt Flapper has charged to a 5-zip lead here. Probably not the start we were expecting.
No, no, not at all.
I guess we've had this pegged as a very close match, and time will tell if that evens up a little bit. I don't think we expected anyone to get off to a 5-shot flyer here.
No, but I don't think anyone predicted a 5-0 start, but this is lawn bowls, and we're not timed, and we don't have a cap off with ends. It's really just a 21 up, so really Flapper technically could be up 20-0, and Schraner could just come through and just get one on every end and win 21-20, and that's the joys of this game. So 5-0 still means nothing yet.
It's a pretty handy way to start from Matt Flapper there.
Yeah, Schraner's reply's not too bad. Slowly starting to get their line.
One thing we do know about Lee Schraner is that he's got a propensity to be able to back up match after match after match. He showed that at 2012 when he was here at the Vic Open. He won 2 titles in the finals of a couple of others.
Yeah, they nicknamed him the Marathon Man. He didn't get that name for no reason. And he's done very similar in this 2016 Victorian Open as well.
He joked after the 2012 Victorian Open that he'd never come and play here again because it nearly killed him the last time. Well, it's great to see him back. We've got a lot of people watching our live stream from Tasmania, and I'm sure that from his club in Rosny Park, a lovely suburb of Hobart, they'll be watching on. We hope they are. We hope they're enjoying what they've seen so far of Lee's performance, and that
They enjoyed that one.
mighty fine bowl.
So Flapper just a little bit through with his last bowl. He's never too far away. And Lee Schraner trying to add one more to make it 2. So Schraner's on the board, ladies and gentlemen. gets one shot.
There's one from Sam. Absolutely flapperistic start.
These puns are starting to become quite trendy now, aren't they?
They are. If you've got a tweet for us, you want to get involved, we'd love to have you involved as part of our live stream, putting the best tweets up.
I'm really surprised no one's actually hashtagged 2016 Vic Open.
I think you might have started something, Daniel, there. We've got 2 more sets of Aero Bowls to give away. Tweet to win. That's 2016 Vic Open. If you want to tweet 2016 Vic Open, we might have a look at that too. See if Daniel Nichols has started a trend.
Doubt it. It's not. Don't think anyone's going to hashtag Vic Open.
So we're all clear. It's spelt with an E, folks.
Yep. A few feet away. Now Flapper's back on it. Just creeps inside Schraner's bowl.
In his match against Jeff Franz in the last 16 on this very rink, he was just zeroing him in. Pretty much like that. Every single end. Multiples. And it wasn't as if Jeff Franz was bowling badly. It was just that Matt Flapper was in it, just really in a different zone.
Yeah, well, Jeff Franz is a very well-known bowler in the GVs. He's always been ranked in the top 5, I would say, in the last 5 years. He's won numerous GV events. He's probably won about 7 or 8 club championships. He's got a very high knowledge in bowls, and that result actually it surprised me a bit because Franzi was in a lot of form. He defeated about 5 of his opponents by about 15 shots each one.
It was, and that's a great bowl from Flapper there, but it wasn't as if Franz played badly. It was just that Matt Flapper kept delivering shots exactly like that. End after end. The marathon man can go the distance. Hashtag on the board. And he is. Down 5-1 though.
Schraner's got 1 bowl left here. He's 2 down. Now, I personally believe, like I've commentated some games in the last 2 days, and I personally believe that Lee Schraner and Matt Flapper are just that 1 step ahead of everyone else. Just that 1 notch. You've got everyone at this elite level, and these 2 are just, that's it. Like that's, do you know what I'm trying to talk about here?
I do, exactly right. There's just that kind of, I guess, standard lift that applies, you know, I guess probably if you're a local and regional winner to get to state level. And again, we're dealing with 2 very experienced former international players here. And you're right, and in any level of sport there is that. There's that ability to deliver a quality of shot consistently for longer. And you're right, certainly Schraner, if you caught any of the men's pairs, my goodness me, it was quite something. And Flapper's done this in a couple of matches. He's really got off the chain. He got off the chain against Franz. He got off the chain late, probably against Lee McElveny, if I guess we're truthful. Lee really hung with him, bowled really, really well, but then Flapper just really came good last couple of ends and put him away. Different gears, I guess. That's the thing, Daniel, different gears.
Well, 2 to Flapper. Brings it to 7-1.
So we certainly made a pretty good start here, Matt Flapper, and I have to say, this was very much similar to what he did against Jeff Franz. He got rolling early and just didn't stop. That'll be more difficult against Schraner. Schraner has been bowling really well, and we've seen that. Moves over a rink from where he was in the men's pairs. Just moves over ever so slightly. Now, I just do have probably a very important piece of news, and I've just been informed by Bowls Victoria President Barbara Gilbert, who is also a tournament director here at the Victorian Open, and by the Greater Shepparton City Council, that the dates for next year's Victorian Open, the 2017 Victorian Open, have been locked in. And the 2017 Victorian Open will be held from Saturday the 18th of November to Friday the 24th of November next year. Now, we can absolutely confirm those dates are locked in. Barbara, who's the tournament director here, she's also the president of Bowls Victoria, and council met today to lock that in, and those dates are locked in. It's
good bowl there by Schraner.
We're back again next year. We can't wait to come back to Shepparton again, but we will be here back from the 18th to the 24th of November in 2017. The Victorian Open will be held right here in Greater Shepparton.
Yeah, Flapper's gone on his forehand. He's got reasonably close to it. See both bowlers there got their weight pretty well. Schraner just needs to sit on that bowl. It's on the outside. Still no damage really. Still holding 1. See what Flapper was trying to do there. Just need to roll that bowl out for a couple, or take that jack back for a 3. Be interesting to see if Schraner takes that shot away from him. If Schraner can pick that jack up and just trail it a foot, he'll have 2 himself and block that shot off. Look at this. 2, but that shot's still there for Flapper. Trail for 3. So Flapper's gone on his forehand. He's played with the weight for a nice trail here. Oh, well, he's got 2, and they're very close.
Wow.
The I still believe he was maybe trying to just trail it a little bit further, so then he can tuck that jack away from Schraner's vision. But still a good result. He's played the shot well.
Haven't we seen some great shots this tournament? And
yeah,
just at clutch times, and Matt Flapper's come up with 1 there.
Now Schraner will be trying to think to himself, can both of them go? I don't know if they can without that jack moving. We'll find out what Lee Schraner's about to do in the finals of the men's singles.
And you're just seeing there that we have just had it confirmed that the 2017 Victorian Open will be held from Saturday the 18th to Friday, November 24th.
just missed that. Now, when I mean just missed that, he was trying to clip that bowl out with that kind of pace, and both of them probably could have went out. Or even if he killed it, he would have had 2 shots because his bowls were both on the tee. Good shot to play. Only just missed. It's 9-1.
Well, I don't think any of us expected this at all.
No, Guy. The scoreboards are showing that Flapper's 8 up. But the quality of the bowls is definitely still there, and it's quite even, actually. Flapper's got a little bit of an edge on Schraner at the moment.
Schraner
drawing a little bit more consistently.
Yeah, Schraner going for the sports drink there. He played a lot of bowls this week.
Well, actually, went out to have a little stretch because I was getting a bit of cramp in my hammy because I've been sitting down pretty much for the last 2 days commentating, and he saw me, and I said I'm cramping up. Been sitting down too long. He goes, "Oh, gee, I wish I had that problem."
Yeah, certainly Lee Schraner has put down a lot of bowls over the past week. He's been deep into pretty much everything. Won the men's pairs in this final, and must be some chance of picking up the Vic medal for the best performed bowler at this tournament. Now, I think a lot's going to depend on the result here, because you pick up a little bonus point for winning, and Miles in the previous games not. And there's a tweet from Paul Holchke, one of our regional bowls managers in Victoria this time. Matthew Flapper playing for the Melbourne Roys in the Australian Premier League, now the Bowls Premier League. Wishing both players luck. Matthew Flapper is certainly riding his luck at this point, or is it just great touch?
Schrader's at it again. Now Flapper, that was a good question to ask, how far away Schraner's bowl is from the tee. Now the official said it was 3 feet away, so he knows that he's got 3 foot to draw to that tee.
And as we have mentioned several times in the coverage, just for those watching in other states or possibly overseas, that the jack gets respotted on the tee as part of the conditions of play of this tournament. So they will respot the jack. So you'll find a lot of players will go around and just cover the tee, just to ensure everything's okay should their opponent decide to drive.
Now Flapper's back on the draw. It's in the line as well. Flapper has definitely put the pressure on at this stage. Schraner's gone on his backhand. Try to just sit on that shot bowl, but fortunately not enough legs. They'll take out 2. And Flapper's hit double figures while Lee Schraner's still on 1. It's 11-1.
Well, the marathon man is getting touched up in a sprint here. 11-1 Matt Flapper v Lee Schraner. There it is from Neil Robinson, how fitting this battle is played on Remembrance Day. I wonder if on Remembrance Day we're going to see something we don't forget in a hurry. Matt Flapper's got a bit of the zone about him, hasn't he?
Yeah, but we've seen it throughout this whole tournament and how consistently he can draw to the jack. And even Josh Thornton said, you know, he doesn't, he's never really under pressure because he knows that Flapper can do what he has to do. And that was the joy of that triples team. Nick McIntyre actually knocked them off in the semis, didn't they?
Well, they did, and obviously went on to win the tournament. Must have been playing some great bowls because Flapper has, to quote one of our tweets, been unflappable throughout this tournament.
Schraner knows he really does need to be behind the head in this situation. I don't think he'll be short with his next. Needs to just draw that good foot or two behind, closer to the tee. This bowl's not bad. Very close. Flapper's got a bowl here to rest on. Schraner's last one. Oh, just knocks it over. The way the head's set up here, Guy, I believe that because Schraner's bowl's actually closer to the jack since Flapper's knocked it over, Schraner really just needs to sit on it and roll in, and he should get the shot. Either that, or he just needs to clip Flapper's bowl. The way it's sitting, it will roll away to jack high, and Lee Schraner's bowl will sit on his for two. As you can see, just come down here onto that.
It's an incredibly precise shot, but if anyone can do it, Lee Schraner can.
And the good thing is Schraner's got the tee covered as well. It'll come down to Schraner's last bowl, I believe. He can't take his own out though. Schraner on the forehand. He's playing draw weight. He doesn't like it. So Flapper takes another one. That's 12 to 1.
12 to 1, Matt Flapper, and there's a good crowd in here tonight at Shepparton Park, but there's a bit of a muted silence around, and I don't think anyone can really believe what we're seeing here. Lee Schraner's going to have to put the brakes on Matt Flapper here. Just a reminder, this is not timed. This is 21 up. So there's no ends or time constraints for Lee to worry about. And we have seen Lee's already played in a timed match in the quarterfinals when he beat Nathan Wilson. So there's a good crowd built up here. Plenty of locals come down to watch the bowls on a Friday evening. Plenty of luminaries of bowls in the area too. I noticed Brad Orr up here, amongst others. Plenty of leading players sticking around to watch the men's singles final between Matt Flapper and Lee Schraner. Flapper up 12-1 at this point. Now we also have 2 more sets of aero bowls to give away. We've already given 1 away in our competition for best tweets. The 2 remaining best tweets of the day and night, as judged by our panel here, will win a set of aero bowls valued at $495. Our thanks to Aero for giving us those. We've already had our first winner, Craig Timberlake, who channeled the Proclaimers with an Ann Miles related tweet to take out a set of aero bowls. Yeah, Schraner's got something approaching shot there.
Anyway, as you can see, Flapper's been a little bit off on this end. It's usually within the foot, or 3 or 4 bowls within the 2 feet. So it gives an opportunity for Lee to get a couple. He's let him in.
He's pulled up a bit short there. It's certainly a bit of a loose end for Flapper. We certainly have not seen many of those during the Vic Open from him. Schraner fights back with a 3 there, and a much needed 3 at that. Down 12-1, he's now back.
Now with this game,
12-4 down.
With this game, 12-4, we're shortly going to be giving away another set of aero bowls worth $495. Keep the tweets going.
So tweet to us at Bowls Victoria, hashtag 2016 Victorian Open. Got 2 more sets of aero bowls to give away. The crowd's getting a bit more involved now. I think they're enjoying seeing Schraner come to life a bit.
Yeah, definitely.
At the start of this end and in the last end.
Yep. It's another one. Starting to find his groove. Sometimes when it comes to these type of bowlers, we all know they bowl very well and they convert extremely well. But it's really when they pick up numbers is when one of them just goes off, as we saw on the other end, where Flapper just went off for that one end and he dropped a number, which was 3 shots. So they really got to be on their A game on every end. Schraner's got another one in the head here. Good bowling. This is what most of the locals are coming down to watch, is to see high quality bowls.
You've seen the crowd come to life a bit here because I think they're enjoying the fact that Lee Schraner has got a bit of oxygen left, got the wind in the sails.
Must be that sports drink. Now Flapper has played a forehand shot here. He's looking pretty good. Oh, very close.
At the very least, cut it down.
Yeah, from here it looks like Schraner's holding 1 shot, but they both got 1 bowl apiece to come.
The Schrainerator returns.
I'm sure Deborah O'Donnell has been watching this game from end 1.
Maybe we should have made the challenge for people to actually say the Schrainerator, and we could give them a set of aero bowls, because that is very challenging.
You can see Lee there in the top left-hand corner watching his bowl. Very close. He's done 4 very good bowls there, though. Good grouping.
He's got his groove back, definitely. He's up and about. The crowd's now up and about. At the very least, oxygen in the lungs here.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Played it so well. So, Flapper gets the shot.
What a bowl.
13-4.
Just when we thought there was wind in the sails, Matt Flapper has come along and sucked it all out. Now we've got our second winner of the Aero Bowls giveaway tweet. We had a tweet that we really loved. Daniel Nichols hasn't stopped laughing since he saw it. And this from Kevin Nemeth. Just at the absolute pointy end of the women's singles final. If anyone can, McCarahan can. It's great to have Kevin. Kevin sent a few tweets and he's been a great part of our live stream today. Kevin's from Bendigo. He's the father of Luke, one of our most promising under-18 bowlers. Kevin actually played in the Vic Open too. He played here. And congratulations, Kevin. You've won a set of aero bowls. Marvellous opening bowl from Flapper there. And congratulations to you, Kevin. You've won a set of aero bowls. We'll be in contact with you at Bowls Victoria mid to late next week with details of how you can get your prize. Well done. Great tweet. It's kept us laughing here for quite some time.
Two good bowls. Both men's singles finalists here.
So remember, we've got one more set of aero bowls to give away. Tweet to us at Bowls Victoria, hashtag 2016 Vic Open. You might win a set of aero bowls, $495 worth.
Now Flapper's in the area here. Gets a little slide. Oh, great bowl.
Well, he's on.
Yeah. Lee's playing a little bit of weight. It's not too bad.
Okay, well, let's put it right near the tee.
Schraner driving again. He doesn't like it. He's actually quite a talented driver. He's usually more of an 8 out of 10 straight up the guts, 80% kind of driver. In this game, it hasn't quite fallen his way.
It's about 3 drives by my count that he's missed in this game.
Actually, a lot of people, when they come across Lee Schraner, they actually get a little bit worried about how well he can drive. So, not quite on his game with the drive.
Flapper, however, very much on his game with pretty much everything.
Can Flapper turn this into 3 shots and have a 12-shot lead? Right on the tee.
Wow. What does
That's
Lee Schraner,
covered.
what does Lee Schraner do here?
Yeah, bit of a tricky one.
It's a Bermuda Triangle-like puzzle, this for Schraner.
He knows the tee he's going to be down. He plays nice weight. The jack could spit out to his bowls. No.
It's drive time.
Flapper knows he got away with that one, doesn't he?
He did. Just Lee Schraner's drives just haven't been on tonight. But Matt Flapper's picked up 2 shots there. 15-4. He's in rarefied air at the moment. He really is. He's everything's going around the jack. He is absolutely in rarefied air. It's a great thing the roof's on. He might be the first lawn bowler in orbit around the moon if the roof was off here. He's just playing in a different atmosphere.
Yeah. Left a little bit open for Schraner. Got his line good. It's the same as his last. He tried to take a little bit off. See his trainer's changed his hands. Must have struggled on that forehand. Change it up a bit. He gets under this bowl. Oh, unlucky. He had really good weight. And either around or under would have got him the shot. So Flapper hasn't nailed one on this end. It's his 4th bowl. And that will be the closest one. Now, from your view, Guy, does it look like he's holding 3 or just the 2?
I think he's got 3 from mine. I really think he's got 3. I'm just so everyone knows, I'm a little closer to this end. So, and I've got a really quite good view of that. I reckon he's got 3.
Schreiner's under a bit of pressure here.
Yeah, I'm going to call it. I think he's got 3 there.
Driving again. Well, he's definitely got 3 now. Yep, 3 to Matt Flapper. That's 18-4.
Matt Flapper now 3 shots away from winning the 2016 Victorian Open Men's Singles title. 18-4. playing great bowls. Lee Schraner, though, just a little bit off with the drives, and that hasn't helped him at critical times here.
Yeah, those drives, if he made contact and actually got them, this game would be a lot different, I believe. It's just a bit unfortunate he hasn't been getting them. And the thing about a drive is, like, his usually pinpoint accuracy, it's really good. He's only missing by, I'd say, half a foot. And a few of them there, he's actually only missed by about an inch. There we go. Flapper's on it.
Wow.
Yep,
Oh.
good bowl. He needed that.
He needed that like oxygen, Daniel. Goodness me, that's a great bowl, Matt Flapper there. It's just a real muted feeling around because we're just amazed at what we're seeing here.
Mm. Yeah, we were all a little bit shocked, to be honest. Flapper done. He's rolled it over. Yeah, it's definitely a shot now. But that does leave a bowl there for Schraner to sit on. All right, Schraner on his forehand. He's looking at it. Needs to promote his own. So Flapper gets one again. And it's 19-4.
And he's inching ever so close to winning the 2016 Victorian Open men's title. He's 2 shots away, Matt Flapper, 19-4 up over Schraner. Now, we've been giving away aero bowls during our live stream telecast to the best tweets, the 3 best tweets. We've gotten 2 sets away already. And we have our final winner of the aero bowls worth $495. And the winner is Sam. Wow, what an absolutely amazing performance this is. Absolutely flabbergasted. We love it. Thanks, Sam, for being a part of it. And you can be flabbergasted by that as well. Another great bowl from Matt Flapper. Sam, we'll be in contact with you to give you your set of aero bowls. Mid to late next week, Bowls Victoria will be in contact. Thanks so much to everyone who's been a part of the tweeting our live coverage. Keep them coming in. We have no more aero bowls to give away, but keep them coming in. We'd love to hear your thoughts. But right now, Matt Flapper.
Still in form, isn't he?
In form.
He's had probably one bad end, and that's it.
Oh. Zone of his own.
Yep, good bowling. Schraner nearly backdoored that, but he's still 2 down.
And if it stays this way, 2 shots will be enough for Matt Flapper. He's just 2 shots away from the men's singles title of the 2016 Victorian Open.
Oh, here we go. Another amazingly put down bowl. It's holding 3. As you can see, the facial expressions. Flapper knows that there's plenty of bowls to sit on, that Schraner can come down and just sit on them and get the shot. Needs to come in. Here we go. Great bowl.
Great bowl.
And in a really good spot too. Very hard for Flapper to get that jack to any of his bowls. I believe the only way you can really do it is having a drive. Schraner hangs on for one more end. If he can add another one here. A little bit short, so he takes one. Let's see if he changes the ends around.
So Matt Flapper leads 19-5. Lee Schraner, it's a fingernail-like grip on the edge of a cliff here. But he's there. And in bowls, you never know. You never know.
That's right. Lee just needs one each end.
And we go back to probably the most famous comeback win we've had at this tournament this year. Nathan Wilson coming back from 10 shots down. 18-8 down, beat Safwan Saeed. 21-18. We've seen that already in this tournament. There's a great tweet from Travis Hedger. Cheering on Flaps 137. That's Matthew Flapper. Bring it home, champ. He's doing it for you, Travis, at this point.
Well, Schraner's put on a good starter. Very nice.
Oh, Matt Flapper, wow. In the zone. Great ball. Lee Schraner's tightened his game up, and we've seen that last couple of ends, but still.
Might just be a little bit too late. As well, like Flapper's still in form, and it's very hard to get the shot from someone who's in such good form, especially if they've got last bowl. So if Schraner keeps winning the end, that means Flapper's going to have last bowl, and if he's in good form, he's just going to get the shot.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Well,
Now,
right now,
hopefully Schraner gets his drive back here.
yeah, because right now as it stands, Matthew Flapper would win. 2 shots is all he needs.
It's a nice little running shot here. Oof. Well, he's got one behind. The only bad thing about this now is, although it's right there, looks like Schraner can put the jack in the ditch. He's had like 3 or 4 bad drives, and that could be in his head as well. Oh,
It's exceptional. We're on Planet Flapper.
we sure are, ladies and gentlemen, at Shepparton Park Bowls Club for the men's singles final. Victorian Open 2016, Flapper is holding game. Schraner's got 1 bowl left. And even if Schraner does get the shot with this bowl, Flapper has 1 bowl remaining. Big shot to stay in the game. That is it.
There it is. Matthew Flapper, the 2016 Victorian Open men's singles champion with an emphatic 21-5 win over Lee Schraner in the last match of this year's Victorian Open. Matthew Flapper, he took us to Planet Flapper there.
Oh, he sure did there, Guy.
15 ends
He has
of just in the zone.
Now his singles games in the Victorian Open,
Spectators and bowlers, if you'd like
we'll
to
just let the
take
announcement go through
photos
here.
of, the finals event and also the Vic medal for 2016. The presentation will be on in just a moment.
Now what I was saying there, Guy, was quickly, Flapper, I don't believe, had a bad singles game. And this person right here, in all the singles games throughout this whole tournament, has been bowling like that every single game.
You couldn't get a more worthy singles champion, could you?
That's right.
And he's been terrific, Matthew Flapper. The last 2 years he hasn't played here, but he's come back, and he has come back in some style. Matthew Flapper, the 2016 Victorian Open men's singles champion. Now, there is wife Linda. Linda congratulates him there. We'll just take a short break now, and we'll be back with the presentations and also the naming of the 2016 Vic medalist after this short break.
So, what is so great about Shepparton? Well, many great events take place right here, here, and even here. Maybe it's the great weather, the sunshine, places and spaces. Or is it the great rivers and beautiful lakes? Water flows and things that grow. It could be the food. It's grown right here, you know. What about the artistic and cultural experiences that can be found in great locations? Including the colourful moving art cows scattered all around this great city. But it's also a place where great sports come to play. And those who enjoy the lifestyle so much decide to stay. It's a place of happy families and smiling faces, so it must be a great place to be. See, that's the thing about Shepparton. It's not just one, but many great things.
Welcome to Shepparton.
Welcome to Shepparton.
Welcome to Shepparton.
Hello, welcome.
Welcome to Shepparton.
Greater Shepparton.
Hello. Go Shepparton!
Shepparton is 2 hours north of Melbourne, smack in the middle of the stunning Goulburn Valley.
We're passionate sports lovers and we play to win.
Here we have a strong sporting culture.
We ride, jump and put on quite a show.
And our events are always a smack.
And when the siren sounds, play with us. Shepparton City Centre has something for you.
Dine in our restaurants.
Grab a coffee in our very cool cafes.
Or pull up a pew and enjoy a few bubbles.
Accommodation.
Yep, we've got all the stars.
From big and beautiful
to quiet and quaint.
You can even sleep under the stars and we'll throw in the view.
Now that you're fully rested, get up and have a look at this.
This is just one of our sporting precincts.
Athletics track.
Soccer, football, netball courts, and hockey fields.
International BMX track and velodrome.
If you play it, we have a court, track, arena, venue ready.
Ready, set, go!
Go! Get some culture, that is.
We've got art that moves.
How now?
Balls of art.
Festivals,
Shepparton Park
fiestas
Bowls
and
Club
fun.
tonight and watching some high standard bowls throughout the past 7 days. And a fitting finale, Matt
culturally
Flapper
alive.
winning the 2016 Victorian Open men's singles final over Lee Schraner. We've got Barbara Gilbert to present the medals, our president and the beating heart of this tournament who's put it all together. Can I ask the runner-up Lee Schraner to come and collect his medal from Barb? Well, Lee, you're on the Bowls Victoria live stream here, and we were calling it, I guess, Planet Flapper. I think Matthew took us to a different place. He was certainly in the zone there, wasn't he?
Yeah, Matt played so good, and I couldn't find it. And if you give him a footer room, he's going to draw 3 inside it. So, you know, whether I lose by 1 or lose by 16, as it turned out, he was just far too good. And, you know, when someone plays like that, quality play, I mean, everyone knows about Matt, Australian player, 300 state games, you know, Commonwealth Games, bronze medalist, all that sort of stuff. I just wanted to do my best and give something, you know, see if I had something left to try and make a game of it. Obviously, I wanted to win for all the people that have come up and helped. And Mum at home, I know Mum's watching and she's probably got a tear in her eye, as she normally does. But I didn't have much left there and I couldn't find it. And, you know, what a performance from Matt. Just class. Thank God he had one bad end and let me get a 3. Because it was looking like I wasn't going to get more than 1 or 2 at one stage. But, you know, credit where it's due. Sensational week for Matt, and very deserved winner.
You joked after 2012 we nearly killed you at the Vic Open with the amount of games that you played. It's great to see you back. We've got to ask you, do you think you'll come back again?
Really? Look, I don't want to let a loss like that put a damper on what I decide in the future I'm going to do. It's a big week on my body. So awesome to win the pairs with Brad. Obviously, you probably know that 4 years ago when I was here last time, I also won the silver in the singles. I don't call it losing the gold, I call it winning a silver, because the quality of players I played through all the way, you know, to beat that number of people was big from my point of view. And sometimes I do play like that. I can be a bit hot and cold, and unfortunately for me, that was a game where I did struggle, mainly due to the pressure Matt put on and didn't give me much draw room. Maybe I tried a bit too hard when after the start when I wasn't feeling it. But, you know, I mean, what do I do now? I celebrate winning a silver, I think, and a gold in the pairs, and I'll have a drink with Matty soon and congratulate him again on how he showed me what he's made of.
Well, there's a lot of people in Tasmania who've been watching the broadcast and watching our live streaming for the past 2 days. There's been a lot of people wishing you well. Well done. You've done them proud, Lee Schraner. Well done. And now to our winner, Matthew Flapper from Ocean Grove. Very fitting that Barbara Gilbert presents this. Well, Matt Flapper, welcome to our Bowls Victoria live broadcast. Thank you for taking us to Planet Flapper today. That was pretty impressive, mate.
It's something that's a bit unusual to me, is finding form like that in singles. It's not, in the past, it's not my favourite event. If you had said Lee would win a gold medal and I would win one as well, I would have thought it would be reversed and I'd be in a team event and he'd be out here in the singles. But, yeah, I love this rink. I'll come back and play on this any day of the week.
We haven't had you here for a couple of years, but you're back here this year. You've certainly made an impact. What have you made of the tournament, and I guess how have you enjoyed it? You've been away for a while and you've come back now.
Well, it's always clashed with the APL, so I've been up in Brisbane playing in that event, and obviously the changes in format to that structure this year allowed me to come up here, and I just think it's a terrific event that Victoria put on, and to see the bowls community get behind it, and the numbers that Mrs. Gilbert pushes for each year to better it, each year that goes past. I think it's full credit to BV and certainly to Barb as the tournament director.
Matt, is there anyone you'd like to thank? We'll throw the floor open to you, maybe to say a few words.
Certainly, the first thing I know back at Ocean Grove, they had it live streamed tonight, and also a shout out to Creswick. My dad just rang Linda and said that they had it going down there, so I get a fair bit of support from them. To all the Geelong people that were up here this week, they sat behind our rink. I was playing in the pairs with Brad and the triples with Brad and Josh. But the support we got was terrific. My number one supporter over here, Linda, sat ringside. We have a game in the mixed pairs. and she's a bit upset probably because the performance I put on then, she'd be saying, why didn't you do that in the mixed pairs? But it wasn't to be. We unfortunately we didn't play on this rink, mate. But next year, LJ, we'll have another go. So it's just been a terrific week.
Good on you, Matt. It's great to have you back at the Vic Open. You're welcome anytime. Thanks for being a part of it. Thanks for enjoying it and talking it up so much. And it's great for you to win the 2016 Victorian Open men's singles title.
Thanks.
We'll just let Matt pose for some photos here. We have one more title to give away here, and it's for the Vic medalist. The 2016 Vic medalist. It's the award for the best performed bowler across all disciplines at this tournament. And this year it's been very, very close. There have been a lot of people in multiple events get very deep into this tournament, but one had their nose in front. The 2016 Vic medalist is Anne Miles of Yarrawonga. Hopefully we've got Anne somewhere. Here she is. Come on down, Anne. I feel like the host of The Price is Right. Come on down. And here's Anne coming down to join us now. Give her a round of applause, folks. She makes her way onto the green. The 2016 Vic medalist. My great pleasure to ask the chairman of Shepparton Park Bowls Club, who put this wonderful show on for us over the past 7 days, Stan Hester, to present the Vic medal to Anne Miles.
And it's a great pleasure on behalf of the board of Shepparton Park to sponsor this medal. You've had a very tiring week, and you've come up pretty well. And it's always hard to go right through a whole tournament. You've had some wins and some not quite so good, but it's been a tremendous effort by you, and we'd like to present to you the medallion, Victorian Vic Open medallion, and your cheque for the winner. And congratulations to you, Anne.
And I'd just like to maybe throw the floor open for you. Perhaps you've got some words of thanks.
This is just unbelievable. It's just take a long time to get over this, but words of thanks to everybody who organised the event, Barb, you especially, volunteers, and all those friends and supporters that I've had here have helped me get here and look after me, and Di Hands, who I stayed with, and she was just amazing. So thank you all for that, and I just appreciate everything you've done, and I'm going home to have a rest. Yeah, so it's unbelievable, but thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Anne. I think the very first women's winner of the Victorian Open will be looking down with a smile on her face right now.
Yes, absolutely.
And now we'd just like to call up the Bowls Victoria president and the lady who really is the beating heart of the Victorian Open, Barbara Gilbert, our tournament director.
Thanks, Guy. Well, this is what bowls is all about. The camaraderie, the friendship, the volunteers, the people giving up their time and energy, and we've seen some fantastic bowls. All I can say is thank you to every single one of you. We're all part of the Vic Open. It's a big Vic Open team. There's a Vic Open army that goes out looking for new people to come to the Vic Open. We all work together. The people at Shepparton Park, Stan and all your gang, what can we say? You've been fantastic. The 16 other venues, they've opened their doors and they've said, come on in, bowlers. They've welcomed you. They've given you the best that they can give you. And look, we really, really thank you all for that. The Vic Open next year is from the 18th to the 24th of November And I can't believe it. I've already had people asking for the dates because they want to book in for next year. So look, thank you. It seems strange that it's come to the closing time. We've seen fitting finals, and I can just say thank you to everyone, the supporters coming out and watching. You followed your favourite people, and thank you. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings to a close the 2016 Victorian Open. Thanks for your attendance tonight. And to those on the live stream, we'll take a very short break and we'll be back in a few minutes just to wrap up the tournament. Run and won. And if you've made it this far, Congratulations, you've watched 21 and a half hours of live bowls brought to you by Bowls Victoria and the team at My Sport Live. Daniel Nichols, it's been a great tournament. What have you made of it?
Oh, absolutely excellent. 6 days of fantastic bowls, and as you can see, the last 2 days here, we've done some great coverage of some of the best bowls, not just in Victoria, but what I believe in Australia, because we had 1,487 entries, and to have the final people here to play off on this show rink was absolutely amazing. We saw some jacks flying all over the place in the ditch. Some of them even went up on the showcase here. And some great draw shots. It's been an absolute great tournament, Guy.
Can I ask you, Daniel, I'll put you on the spot, what was probably the highlight for you of the live streaming stuff that we saw?
Well, bowls-wise, I personally think I'd pick out the one game, and that's the ladies' singles. But I think the actual job that the live stream team done with the cameras, they had two cameras set up on either end, and they had the roving camera there. I just think it was all round an absolute great experience, especially for bowls in Victoria. They rarely get this opportunity. I don't think this is the first time they've actually had their opportunity, have they?
That's correct. This is an absolute first for us, yes.
Yep. So for bowls in Victoria to get live coverage of such a great event is just incredible.
Well, a lot of people have helped bring this to you. It's not just myself and Daniel. We've had a great team behind the scenes helping us out. To Scott Nicholas, our production coordinator, who helped us out with Around the Grounds. To our special comments people, Carla Krasanik, Mark Cowan, Josh Thornton, Nick McIntyre, thank you very much. To all the team at My Sport Live, who, as Daniel said, have put on a fantastic professional production for us at Bowls Victoria, and to everyone at Bowls Victoria who has made 21 and a half hours of live bowls happen, thank you. This is Guy Hand from myself and Daniel Nichols. It's good night and goodbye from the 2016 Victorian Open. We'll see you next year. Brother, we got there. Yes.
You love your sport, and so do we. Here at My Sport Live, we live to capture your favourite sporting events live, to be viewed anywhere around the world as it happens or on demand. There is absolutely no limit to your imagination, be it possibly basketball, football, or even cricket. Perhaps any other sport that you can think of. We aim to juggle any sport or event that you desire. From local competitions to multi-sport tournaments, we produce live action media on any viewing platform, customised to your event's budget or requirements. All we ask is you bring your own athletes.